You know what's my problem? It seems that people are passing by and they are not avoiding me, and that makes me anxious. So I forgot what I'm on about. Woohoo! Hiya! I'm lying. This is bullshit. I'm trying to record this again because first time I just don't think you're gonna understand what the fuck I'm on about. So I'm just gonna pretend that we just met, which we didn't, but I'm sure it's the first time you've seen me. So okay. So in my journey to educate myself, I've found a lot of people giving away for free their courses or their webinars, and I'm continuously being advertised on YouTube how to, become the best of them all and how to have financial freedom with only if you follow and you pay their courses, which I can understand. People try to make money, and that's what they do. They just sell their knowledge in a course and all that stuff. And I used to believe that, buying a course or whatever the heck, that's going to solve my problem, my financial problems. And then I worked out that even if I know and I have the knowledge and I can follow the scripts of people telling you how to sell and how to contact people, I worked out that I don't understand why are people responding like this and why people are not responding the way the guy said in the course, or why I don't have any response at all. I've been following exactly what you told me in this course and I just don't get the response you promised me to have. And I followed quite a few advice from people that they're selling all these courses, but I'm glad I didn't buy any of their courses. So I did took their advice from their free content, and then I thought, even if they have like a good advice, and that doesn't mean their knowledge is fake or whatever, but the world, it's not like that. It's not that I learn how to sell and now I make a course for you and you're gonna know how to sell because I know how to sell. I noticed, and I've observed, it's even more than that. It's not all about what you know, it's also about how you're being. And it took me quite a time to realize that. What does that mean? What do you mean what I'm doing is different with how I'm being? What I know, it's different from how I'm being with you. And we can take like a simple example. I can say I like you, but the way I'm being with you doesn't prove that I like you. So, I let you down every time you call me, or I speak bad about you to other people. And yeah, of course, we're all guilty of that more or less at one point in life. But you get the point, right? So I'm saying something to you, but I'm behaving completely different. And I tend to not believe all these people that they're selling their courses and they promise you're gonna have this financial freedom and you're gonna have money to travel the world and whatever they promise. I'm sure you all of you at one point you've been advertised or you've considered to buy any of these kind of courses. And I've taken an example yesterday. I've looked again at a free webinar of this kid. It's really interesting and at one point humbling how a 17-year-old kid kicks everyone's ass. And it's this kid, he's Iman Gaji, there you go. And he's selling a course how to create your digital agency, right? And how to get clients and all that stuff. which is super cool, you know. The cool part about this kid is that he started, according to him, he started when he was 14 years old, and 14. He dropped out high school, and yeah, it's really admiring what he did. I agree with him on some things. And I didn't think about it. He says he's been teaching from 2017, so that was 3 years ago. And I think he's 19 now, and 3 years ago he was 15. So according to him, 1 year he spent educating himself, and another 3 years he has spent teaching people how to build like an online digital agency with how to get clients for social media, how to advertise, and all that stuff. And I thought, listening to podcasts about people that really build their business, and they built their business like in 5-10 years, listening to them, I figure out that none of them had time to teach anyone anything during all this time. When you really build a business and a team, you literally don't have time to you know what I mean? I mean, and it's not it's not about knowledge, it's about how you're being, because it's pointless to know all the books about selling if you don't understand how the environment is going to respond regarding your behavior or the approach you take in the world and all that stuff. And even though what this kid says in his course may be true to some degree, I'm not saying he's completely lying 100%, though I don't believe him. I mean, I don't know this kid as a successful businessman. I know this kid from trying to sell me his services and how to teach me how to do it. And you know what I mean? I'd rather learn from the founder of Starbucks. If the founder of Starbucks would put up a class, I'd rather take his advice rather than someone's that all he does is advertising how to teach me. But when did you have time to build for yourself? You know? And anyway, this is my explanation why I don't really believe anyone that sells courses how to teach us how to have like a financial freedom. However,